that the reality is when we operate in the internal camp, so the first story I told you, my experience of losing Isaac, if we look at that hospital and that funeral home, if you ran your business, ran your organization like those two, what I'm saying is you will absolutely run a better business. You will have really significant competitive advantages, financial savings, reductions in turnover of staff and training, increased sense of purpose and contribution for the staff, for the owners, for the leaders. All of these pieces that allow you to unapologetically strengthen the money side, so the financial stability of the business. But you will be doing that because the mindset you have, the way you think about the purpose and role of your business is far more human, is far more holistic, and is saying, I'm taking an internal camp approach. I am taking responsibility for, sorry, my dog's going crazy. I'm taking responsibility for my decisions, for the way I behave, for the way I treat my staff, for the way I treat my customers. I am really sitting with all of the resources I have at my disposal and thinking about who are we as an organization? What do we care about? How do we want to be received and thought about in the community? All of those questions mean that not only is there the good financial side, it's actually come about because you brought meaning into the picture. It's actually come about and is strengthened by merging money and meaning. When you run a business in the way I'm suggesting and in the way I teach people to run a business, you design a business model that isn't token in its doing good or contribution to the world, that isn't about making up for some of the bad stuff you did inside the business by giving a donation and doing a nice little PR cleanup job. It is about genuinely creating the business model where these two parts that have previously been treated as if they are mutually exclusive, people for decades have acted as if it's a truth and it's a given that you cannot mix doing good and making money, that you cannot merge money and meaning. We act as if business and charity are these two distinct things when they are not. It is about being fully human and honest about the fact that everything is connected. And when you shift to that mindset, to the both and mindset that acknowledges two things that seem contradictory can be equally true. When you do that, you run a better business because these two things become mutually reinforcing. They're mutually reinforcing. When you merge money and meaning, you're not picking one over the other. You're genuinely strengthening the financial stability of your business, but doing it in a way you can be proud of. And so I do hope that in hearing these very personal stories of mine and in making those connections in your own mind of how these different decisions in the hospitals and in the funeral homes, how they had flow-on effects. What I would love for you to do is to sit with those examples and reflect on your own business and the areas where you might be operating with an external camp approach. And reflect on how could you show up differently? How could you start to run your business differently so you genuinely merged money and meaning, integrated that into the business model itself, and allowed your business to be strengthened and to grow from a place that was deeply human, from a place that is honourable, from a place that you can actually be proud of. Because how we make money matters, not just what we do with it after we make it.